Welcome to Xbox Uncut's 150th episode. All things must come to an end. No, I'm sorry.
It's a good number to end on, you know.
No, I was like, oh, we already have a name for the show. It's gonna be called Xbox Unfit or something. But
Something along those lines.
yeah, but I was
just
tempted to
guilt
call
me
it
because I didn't go to the gym today.
Yeah, I was tempted to call it. What was it? All Good Things, like the ending of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Just to fuck with people, but I didn't. You know, I'm not going to do that. But I thought it would have been funny. Well, we have a small panel, but I want to introduce, because I don't have many people.
Trio.
I want to introduce myself. I'm Dustin.
Hi, Dustin. How are you, Dustin?
I'm doing pretty good, Vern. How are you doing today, Vern?
Oh, I'm good, man. I played an awesome game last night. Yeah.
Inside's so good.
Yeah, played Inside. I'll talk about it soon.
Yep. And then we also have the wonderful Steve Rules, steverules.com.
Good evening, morning. What's the time? It's 20 past 1. I think that sufficiently classifies as morning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's 8:20 here, the previous day.
Yeah.
It's 7:20 here.
Oh my god, he's way back in time.
It's like the resolution of Xbox One games.
It's
I'll give it to you.
Unless
I'm gonna give it to you.
There's no 792 time, you know.
Yeah, yeah, but that's also because 792 isn't really a resolution, so.
That could be like 822, right?
I can't wait for 900p.
32. Yeah.
AKA
32.
9 p.m. We're gonna at 9 p.m. we'll have our favorite 900p game.
Favorite? Oh, well, there's only one answer to that, so.
There's a few good 900p games.
There's only one answer to that, Dustin.
And there's a really good 720p game for Vern.
Well, what's the 900p game?
What do you think the 900p game is?
I don't know. Is it
Sunset Overdrive? Yes! Me and Vern are on point.
I mean, it's not going to be anything else, is it? Oh, I'm going to pick. Wow, this is 900p. Oh, well, okay, well, I'm not going to pick Rise over it.
You might.
There's not many contenders.
No, and Steve, yeah, you would argue that point all day.
You probably played it more than Sunset Overdrive.
I probably did.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, one of them had a multiplayer which wasn't god-awful, and which the progression of which meant that you had to play it a lot, whereas Sunset Overdrive was just like, you know, go through this awful hit detection thing for like each level.
Yeah, we'll just pretend the multiplayer mode in Sunset Overdrive doesn't exist, because the rest of it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I'll
do
but
you
720p game. I technically you say it's not 720p, but Quantum Break. It's my favorite 720p game.
Yeah, it's a good 720p game.
Yeah, fair point.
I mean, it's not.
I'll allow it.
Thank you, Steve.
Dead Rising 3 is a good 720p game.
Yes, it is. It's a fantastic.
Yeah, but you complained for so long about the Black Crash. I feel like it shouldn't get a pass.
It does have Black Rush.
Yeah, and we still will complain about that Black Rush.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've exhausted
resolution talk.
Resolution talk. Yeah. Unless you want to pass the resolution, all favor.
That 4K though, man. Yeah. That 4K. I can't wait.
Look, 4K. It doesn't matter, Vern. We don't need 4K. I just want 1080p 60 standard.
With all the
with
bells
everything
and whistles.
All completely
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
I want there to be so many bells and whistles that they are coming out of everywhere.
Yeah. Out of buttholes.
Like I want well, why you always got like the tone, man? It's something to do with the beard and the alcohol. It does things to you, man. I've seen things.
It does.
You know, maybe they could put in like some blast processing with that as well, and I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about in there, but it sounded
good. That way
good.
crazy things could blast out of those buttholes.
The Hershey squirts is what I've heard. Wait, is the Brexit still going on?
Well, yes.
I'm sorry. I had to make a Brexit joke.
What's his name though? The guy who's kind of leading the charge. He decided he's just gonna give up on it.
Well, yeah, but there's a very good reason why he gave up on it. Was because he never wanted us to leave, and he hasn't got the balls to pull the trigger himself.
He's the guy who looks like Donald Trump, right? What's his name?
Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
We call him Bojo, or as I crowned today, we're combining Boris and Brexit to make Borksit, because it also sounds like something that's been balked. Which is a Steve Wills original, and you should be grateful that you just heard that master catchphrase.
Yeah.
On Xbox Uncut.
Borksit.
Exclusive.
That sounds like a good video game. Borksit.
Sounds like an indie game I would fucking not buy and say, well, I guess I'm gonna wait for that to go on Games with Gold.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like an indie game with like colors and squares.
Yeah, totally. It's totally a square game. Maybe even triangle.
Maybe some cool. Maybe some really cool, like, bad artwork, too.
Definitely triangle doors, though.
Triangle doors?
Triangle doors.
I don't pass this motion.
Inside jokes. They're bad for audio podcasts. All right. I guess let's move right into news. Right? That's news. News.
What kind of news you got for us?
Of the week. Microsoft is winding down Xbox Fitness for good. If you thought your Kinect was fucking useless, think again. Now it's truly fucking useless.
That is even more useless. They've, thing is that they haven't, put like a knife in it. They've put the knife in it, they've twisted it, and then they've got another knife, and they've put it somewhere else, and then twisted that, and then someone else has come and also put a knife in it.
Yeah,
well, I don't know. I think they're more
moves.
I think they're more sitting on a couch watching it gag on its own blood as it chokes it up, and they just won't put it out of its misery.
Well, they already removed the Kinect port from the Xbox Slim. You have to actually get a USB adapter, and that's not even included in the box. You have to prove that you have a Kinect and have an Xbox to even get this for free in the first place. Who knows how long it's going to take to get to you? So they're just like, yeah, whatever.
They really don't want you to have one.
Yeah, and they even put the IR blaster on the Xbox One Slim. So, yeah, and then with this Xbox Fitness stuff, it's a bummer. It's like, how long do we have? Like a year to play this stuff from today or something, or from now?
Yeah.
Isn't it the end of July?
July 2017. Yeah, July 2017. I think.
And if you bought the content, fuck you.
Yeah, there's no refunds. Well, someone did talk to support about that, and they said to contact them again after they make a refund statement or something. So it almost sounds like it might be in the future, or at least they'll comment on it at some point soon, which I hope.
Well, here's the thing is that thing has lasted for so long that if they really did give everyone refunds for it, that's going to cost them probably a lot of money.
Well, no, if they do refunds by request, they probably won't get a whole lot of requested refunds because people are lazy. That's just the truth about it.
You do make a fair point, Vernon. I will give you that.
If they say we'll do refunds by request, then they can get away with not having to refund a whole lot of stuff, is my guess. So hopefully that's what happens. I mean, I recently got the Zumba fitness program from Maria, and I mean, she's played it maybe like once or twice in the last couple of months, and now it's going to be gone soon. I mean, that's pretty uncool because these things aren't cheap. You know, these are $40, $50, $100 even.
When I pay my fat tax and I don't go or use the programs I bought, it's still my right to fucking get to my product.
Well, and there's no offline mode either. They said it's just gonna be gone, and the reason I'm assuming is that they probably licensed this stuff to be streaming only. And after a certain date, they have to renew the licenses, and they don't want to, and they just want to close the service. So, but that's still shitty. So hopefully they give us some refunds. If they do refunds by request, I'm okay with it. That's fair.
Well, what I don't understand is why not build an offline mode of the app? Hear me out. They built just a generic offline mode.
For the licenses?
And then, well, no, they don't have to. You don't download it, they just move the videos to their gigantic store of video services anyway, and you stream them from that store onto the...
They would have to renew the licenses, though. They don't want to renew the licenses. That's where they're closing this stuff. That's my guess, at least. So.
I don't know. It's weird.
And you can't just download it because the licenses were probably for streaming and not for actual ownership. As far as having them, on your console. So, I'm assuming that's what's going on.
Because I think I paid like $60 for P90X.
What'd you say, Steve?
I was gonna say what's funny is that on the Microsoft Studios website, like if you went on there, say, a year ago, and look at there now, you've lost Team Dakota, Project Spark, you've lost like 1,000 HoloLens Studios, you've lost Twisted Pixel, Lionhead, Press Play, Xbox Fitness is gonna go. Like, I'm not being funny, but I mean, by the time January 1st, 2017 comes around, there may be no one left on it.
Well, I mean, Steve, I mean, I agree. I agree that they need to fucking put some studios.
You'll see 5 on there actually, probably. That's my guess.
However,
they're gonna stretch it out as best they can.
None of us were really sitting around going, "What's the Xbox What's the Xbox Fitness studio working on now?" Like they weren't exactly like making. To be fair, I wondered
what it was doing on there in the first place.
No, I agree. Like there's nobody brought them up as like.
They're probably moving all of them to HoloLens, I guess.
Probably.
Well,
and that way they can cancel your HoloLens
Digital
videos.
did most of it anyway.
Yeah.
They helped do it in the beginning anyway. Which is the reason why it made even less sense that it was on there, but...
It was probably a team of like 3 people working on it, honestly. Like just making sure the server...
They probably went and put them into like some Minecraft thing.
Hey, why not? It makes some money. Unlike fitness.
Yeah.
So yeah, no Xbox Fitness. It's sad.
Yes.
I'm really thinking of getting rid of my Kinect. Like, the only thing I use it for is voice commands now, which I like. But I also like it for the IR blaster. But when I get the Slim, I won't need that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it might be time or soon.
But the question is, how much can you really get for it? And the answer is not a lot.
I can get like $32 trading credit at Amazon, man.
It's true. You heard it first.
You should take it out back and beat it and say that's for Lionhead.
Yeah. I traded in a bunch of shit though. I got like 425 credit. I'm putting that toward my Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of that credit is my PS4. Yes, I got rid of my PS4, but I'm planning on getting a Neo when that comes out. So I did this. I did it with that in mind. I'm not abandoning it.
It's not useful
right now.
Yeah. Well, like we've talked about it on the show. Like, there's not a ton of content for PS4,
right now,
except for third party right now. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not interested in.
Lots of indie stuff that isn't on Xbox.
I don't care about GT Sport. I'll definitely want to have it again for Horizon. Yeah. That's like the next big game I want to play. So.
But on Neo, it's going to look so much better.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
but it's going to be 1080p with all the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles, all of them.
No way it'll be over 1080p, guys.
Zenlight, no. Because
1080p
4K.
is good enough.
Yeah.
It's good enough.
It's fine. It's the gold standard.
Well, what's the point of anything above 1080p?
All those P's.
I mean, 1080p scales perfectly to 4K.
Yeah,
if you go above 1080p, it'll just look blurry, right?
That was the dumbest fucking comment I ever fucking read. So you're telling me 1080p is going to scale to 4K better than 1440p or fucking any other resolution that gives you more detail?
Who said that?
Fucking moron of gaff.
Let me guess. Yeah.
It was really funny though. I laughed really hard when I read it.
Yeah.
It's like it scales. It's 4 pixels per pixel. It scales perfectly. It's like
Yeah, what they'll do is on the
technically
on the Neo, they'll call the tagline for the pixels.
Yeah, 720p
quality per pixel.
Hey Vern, 720p scales perfectly to 4K. It does. It scales perfectly to 4K.
No, I haven't posted on Gaff since the 21st of May.
I mean, I don't know why Xbox releases 900p games. 720p scales perfectly to 1080p. Why would you need any more?
Actually, no. You know what scales perfectly to 1080p?
What's that?
Is 540p.
Oh, does it?
It's it's 4 times. So like Alan Wake at 540p, that's all you need, man.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
All you need.
That makes so much sense now.
Scales perfectly.
Yeah, that's why they released it at like 540p.
Yeah, because it scales perfectly. I mean, if you go to 720p, it doesn't scale as well. You see, like so it'll just look blurry.
See, I knew there was some brains in those guys at Remedy somewhere.
But all right. let's move on.
Yeah.
Good news, people. Overwatch competitive mode is coming to Xbox and PlayStation and everything next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna be able to play competitive mode.
I've heard mixed responses to this competitive mode. You can still do the hero stacking, so you can still have more than one of the same hero.
Boo.
That's disgusting.
Which is kind of stupid. Like,
yeah, I agree.
And I've heard the matchmaking's still not the best. Like, there's people getting just rolled by teams who are really good together, and they don't seem to be matching people up very well.
But they fucking gimp Turboon's fucking his
they're nerfing
nerfed the shit out. Yeah.
Yeah, they're nerfing him.
But not on PC. Only on console. Yeah.
They nerfed McCree already. They nerfed Widowmaker already. But Torbjorn's getting a nerf soon, right? Not yet. I think it's about to. And then May is still going to get buffed soon, I think. So that's still happening. But yeah, we got to play some more Overwatch. We've been neglecting that lately.
Wicked says Overwatch is a broken game. In some ways,
it's not broken.
In some ways, it's messed up, but it's still really fucking good.
He doesn't even play it. He has no right to comment on this.
Sounds broken to me.
Wicked, you always have a right here.
Your country's broken.
Yeah. It's now broke-sicked.
Hey, like, I'm not even joking. This past week has just been like,
oh no,
comedy.
You know the best thing about it? You know the best thing about it, though, Steve? It's not us.
Yeah, fucking.
It's not us.
I mean, see what happens with Trump.
Yes.
Even no, then, but we're not
Trump,
even. We're never.
As bad.
Yeah, because look, even and I'm not saying Trump. We're not trying to get political. Even if Trump gets elected and he's the worst president of all time, we still have Congress that's gonna like fucking stop him from doing too crazy shit. Like y'all are just you've jumped the
for
fucking.
For us to have something.
It's a non-binding referendum for reasons that they don't have to do it.
Absolutely,
and everything they've shown over the last week is that they are slowly but surely going to squirm out of doing it.
But it would be like us in the U.S. having a vote for Texas to leave the United States, essentially.
Would that pass? That might pass.
Well, technically, we couldn't vote for them to leave, but Texas is the only. No, Texas has the right.
That,
yeah, Texas has the right to leave on their own because they were a country before.
Oh.
But any state in the United States has you can go to Congress and ask to leave. Okay, but Texas doesn't have to.
He says these guys talk video games or what?
What?
So he doesn't like the political talk.
Look,
he just wants a Splinter Cell podcast. That's all he wants.
And what are you talking about? Like the fucking Brexit is the perfect foundation for a Splinter Cell game.
Oh,
Sam Fisher has to go in.
Assassinate the idiot Tory members. Yeah. I could. I mean, I don't know if I should be saying this like on Twitch because we're being recorded.
I put you on a watch list.
Fuck it, I'd pay to do that. I mean, in fact, I would probably go and throttle Boris Johnson myself.
That'd be a good indie game. That'd be a really good indie game, like Party Hard, but it would be about killing.
You know that someone's gonna make like some, game that costs like $10 to make about Boris Johnson being a twat.
All right.
Do they call him BJ?
No, Bojo is what we call him.
Blojo?
No, Bojo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Let's move on. Microsoft has made 1 million Xbox One Elite controllers. That's right. Not 1,000, not 10,000 or 100,000. They've made $1,150 controllers.
But Dustin, how many have they sold?
Well, you see, Vern, when a company looks at making something, if there's not a demand for it and you just keep making it,
it's real
it
dumb.
loses its value.
Yeah.
And you'll just be stuck with a ton of these $150 controllers that nobody wants.
Yeah. But seriously, this has been out of stock for a long time. I mean, it's pretty easy to get them now.
I think it's pretty readily in stock now, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but
pretty easy to get them now. But they're still selling.
It's one of those things like it's a solid moving product that stores keep in stock. Not, wow, now we're stuck with 3 of them. Like you're just sitting there like, yep, somebody's going to come in within the week and buy one of those.
Yeah.
Like with all those shitty bundles that they've still got from like 2014 that they can't get rid of.
We talked about my friend, he sold his PS4 this week because his kids all sold their PS4s. And he bought an Xbox yesterday. And he was super stoked because all he wants to do is play with his kids. He just plays Madden and plays with his kids. And he buys Madden the very first day it comes out, and that's his big thing. It's just Madden. He really doesn't care what platform. But his kids moved on because of Gears of War. I mean, it's one of those things, like it's fucking Gears. You should be able to relate to this, Steve.
I mean, Gears is probably the best thing Microsoft have got, so. Seems legit.
Too legit to quit.
I mean, there is Minecraft.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's on everything.
Isn't even exclusive, so.
Well, yeah, but
what IP on Xbox is exclusive anymore, Steve?
Yeah.
I mean, that excuse doesn't work for Minecraft no more. It's just like, what's not exclusive?
Yeah, but Minecraft's on other consoles.
Yeah.
This making 1 million Elite controllers thing is a bit misleading as well, because like if they've got like a 50% failure rate, so obviously they need to make 1 million if they've sold 500,000 and so many.
Yeah, of course. Everyone's controller's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The left thumbstick rattles for everyone.
Yeah.
My left thumbstick rattles, and the only time it happens if you flip it upside down, and it'll pull down and rattle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine are fine.
Yeah.
Both Elite controllers I've used, neither one had an issue, so.
But yeah, that's the rattle is like this. It's
so
not,
if you turn it upside down and shake it.
So if you're laying in bed and playing like this, which sometimes you do because you're just laying in bed, just like trying to play video games, the analog stick will push out.
Oh, okay, so that's why it's broken.
Yes, but 99% of the time you're not going to be positioned that way.
No,
it's not an issue. But yes, you found like some people have that issue.
Yeah, if you're either laying down playing or you're like doing the deed.
Yeah, doing the deed. That's what the Steve Rules podcast is going to be called. Doing the deed.
Actually, it'll be doing the deeds with a Z.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems legit. I could get behind that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So 1 million controllers.
Yeah,
that's
go
impressive.
Buy one.
Yeah.
Actually, no, wait. There's probably going to be a new one coming out soon. I would guess that has Bluetooth. So
don't buy one.
No, but the thing is I looked because I was totally going to buy the Gears one, and it doesn't have Bluetooth.
It does. Yeah, Gears one doesn't, but I'm guessing sometime
Gears doesn't have
year.
Bluetooth.
No,
it doesn't.
Phil Spencer, I'm directly saying this to you. How could you not give Gears the best?
Halo will.
It's a subpar game. Yeah, the Halo.
We'll see. The way it's going to happen is in 2017, they're probably going to release a new Elite controller. and it's going to have Bluetooth. And then for when the next Halo game comes out, or even maybe around Halo Wars 2, maybe they'll release a Halo Special Edition. So, yeah.
Yeah, I ordered my controller. I'm excited. My
Which
custom
one?
controller.
Oh, the custom, yeah.
So.
Yeah, what colors did you get?
It's the gray and
orange, right?
Yeah, I really like that color scheme. Old Xbox Live, okay? That's what it reminds me of. Old school.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's it for news. Other than, well, our 3 news stories. We have, what is it? The interview, right? Ed Freeze.
Yeah, I mean, there
Came out
wasn't a
and
whole
talked
lot
to
of stuff in
IGN.
that, but it was a pretty interesting interview. We learned a few things from it. Let's see. We learned that at some point Ed Freeze wanted to, well, no, he tried to purchase or acquire Blizzard, which is pretty crazy. We also learned in that same interview, well, I think other people might have known already, but that Activision had a bid on Rare, and Microsoft outbid them kind of last second. So Rare could have been owned by Activision, and I don't know what would have happened with them under Activision.
I think they would have been closed for sure.
You think they would have put them on Crash games?
They would have churned out tons of Banjo and Perfect Dark sequels, and then they would have been shot.
Closed them, yeah. But everyone would have got Banjo 3.
But at least we would have got those sequels as opposed to
yeah.
fucking Kinect games.
They tried to get Westwood, but they got outbid.
Yeah, that would have been awesome if they could have got Westwood.
Yeah.
And had Red Alert.
Shut them.
They would have shut them down, though.
And then shut them.
It's true. EA has a better chance of bringing Red Alert back than fucking Microsoft ever would.
Well, Age of Empires might get a new one. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, but Red Alert, it would take another like 20 years. Like.
Yeah, like maybe some crappy mobile thing.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. And then the other thing that was pretty funny was, well, he also talked about why he left, and it was because of Halo 2, pretty much. He threatened to quit. That way they would get a delay for the game, and that worked, but he kind of figured he could only threaten to quit his job so many times before it's just not effective anymore, so it was time to go. And then, but he did say, like, out of the 1,200 people that were working for him, only one person walked into his office on the day he quit, and said, "Should I quit too?" And that was Phil Spencer.
Yep. Loyal Microsoft employee, Phil Spencer.
Yeah. And he said, this is a quote, "No, Phil, you don't have to quit. You should stay and make this place better." So, yeah. That's why he seems to like Phil, and he's pretty happy that he's running things. And I think it makes sense. I mean, Phil Spencer's been with the company for so long, kind of grew up through it. So, as far as being an executive is concerned, so that's the kind of right guy, since he knows the Microsoft culture, but he's also a gamer too. So, it was a cool little interview though. It was about an hour long. Ryan McCaffrey at IGN did it, so I would definitely check it out. Some good laughs in it.
Yeah, great interviewer. Yep.
Really, all these, what's the name of the series?
Unfiltered.
IGN Unfiltered. They've all been really pretty interesting. So I'm curious to see who he gets next. His guests have all been really good, and he seems to ask pretty good questions.
There's only a couple people in the industry that I really enjoyed their interviews. Jeff Gertzman's a good interviewer. Ryan McAfee.
Yeah, he gets pretty good.
Like,
good
there's
stuff
not.
Out of...
There's not many of them.
I wish Ryan McCaffrey would ask harder questions, but I'm sure he's trying to keep the relationships solid, so he's not asking certain questions. But he does get some pretty cool stuff out of these interviews. So I've enjoyed them. But this one's definitely worth a listen, so I suggest you listen to it if you're at all interested in history of Xbox and Microsoft and gaming in general for them.
Yeah, because most interviews, I feel like it ends up like reading the same interview, like just like, yep, this game's gonna do this. We're good. Now, my favorite interviewer on the internet is Vern. Vern, you're a great interviewer.
Oh,
and
thank you.
doing our interviews on.
We need another one, man.
Yeah.
We gotta get What happened to Aaron Greenberg? You gotta get on him.
Look, man, I kept sending emails to the contact I was given, and just have not gotten a reply. I'm trying.
Well, you should tell Aaron Greenberg, hey, this guy's not responding. Can you fire him, please?
I don't think I'm gonna go that far.
Yeah,
well, Aaron
gets all fired.
Aaron, I just need to know
he's like the head of PR, right?
Aaron, what is the failure rate on the Elite controller? I needed the exact numbers.
No, but really, this guy is probably working for Aaron Greenberg.
Yeah.
But Aaron Greenberg is the guy on top when it comes to PR. So when he's sending you a PR person, he's sending you to one of his employees. So if you say, hey, Aaron, this guy's not doing his job, I need an interview.
I don't think we should get anyone fired.
Yeah, I'm with Steve.
Okay, you don't have to get him fired, but you should complain.
Reprimanded. Yeah.
This guy should be reprimanded.
He should be
exited. He's not doing his job.
Maybe Phil has, not Phil, maybe Aaron has just been mega busy with, his job.
I like how you turned his job into like something naughty. He's been making busy.
Making busy. I like it.
A lot like Vaseline, huh, Steve?
Yeah, on your nipples.
To make them shiny. Twitch exclusive. Yep.
You shut up, Prophecy. You shut up.
Sounds like he's avoiding the podcast. Well, I didn't want to say it.
Well, yeah, we call our shots. We call our shots. We've had good interviews on our podcast.
We need more, though.
Yes, we do. And we've had, like, exclusives with Hip Hop Gamer. I mean... Well...
I know. We had Hip Hop. We had Tim Dog, and then he just stuck around for some reason.
That was just a... Sam, we'd love to do an interview. Fucking... What time next week? Okay. Fuck it. Welcome to the show, Tim.
Yeah.
Now Tim is on so many podcasts and
Look,
stuff.
I want to thank myself for starting Tim down that path.
Yeah, that was...
I'm sure his wife is very happy with you.
I know. Yeah. Like, she could find me to blame for this situation where it's like, yeah, we just wanted to interview him. Next thing we know, he's on every week.
I think I can get rid of him. I mean, I love you, Tim.
We love you, Tim. We really do.
He's off 2 or 3 shows a month anyway. So that's all good.
Well, Tim's a big deal now. So...
Yes, he can't burn himself out on all these different podcasts. He's
an artist.
Himself.
Yeah.
He's at his creative peak.
Yeah. Well, I think he underestimated his creative peak. Now that he's doing all these podcasts, he might not be at it.
I know. He's still building to it.
Yeah.
Man's a hero. Dustin, can you go and see a doctor or something? Because you've been dying for about 6 months.
Not 6 months. This has been going on 3 weeks.
Yeah, but you had one of these episodes a year ago.
You were coughing all over New Year and spluttering, and you're still coughing and spluttering. I'm telling you, something ain't right.
Something ain't right. Yeah, I'll go see somebody.
We're worried about you, Dust.
Well, I already said Steve gets the podcast. It's going to be called The Fappening, at least for one episode.
Actually, it should be called The Fappenings.
In remembrance to me. You have to do it, Steve.
Alright.
You should change your name to Dustin Sipes.
Sipes?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, no, so people always pronounce it Sykes. Like, always. They just... And then yesterday, honest to God, I'm helping somebody, and their last name was Sykes. And I was like, I found him! You're the person people fuck my last name up for. Son of a bitch. But, yeah. Back to gaming news.
You think it's like they have a silent P?
No, see, I always get Sykes, but that's not as normal. The one that everybody always calls me is Snipes.
I wish you had a silent P for your last name. That way your initials would be DP.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. Shut up.
Well, my initials are VD. And guess what
That's
Maria's
for good
are?
reason.
MF. Yeah, we're
All right, we really do need to get back on track. That's where we're
perfect
going
match.
to letters.
Letters. Okay,
Letters.
that's my turn.
Yes.
All right.
We need to make sure we're on the same letter.
I'll start with the Wicked Souls because
Oh, I did. Which one?
both of them, because the last question is more of a real question compared to the Wicked Soul ones, sort of. Okay.
1 second.
First Wicked Soul one.
Transition over. Okay.
It says, the Wicked Soul writes, a couple of weeks ago, my older sister got me Halo Cryptum, Forerunner Saga, and God of War 2 novel, so shout outs to her. I know Halo isn't a novelization of one of the games, but what are your favorite novels, video games?
Gears of War, Asphalt Fields. I have that book. I want to make that very clear. I own that book. And I have read, like, some of it.
I don't like reading, so yeah.
I'm trying to
That's
think
my answer.
of one. I like reading, but I don't read video game books. Like, I just don't.
I bought the Quantum Break book, but upon recent happenings found out that there's no fucking point in me reading it, given that the franchise isn't continuing. So it's just going to sit there, having cost me £5 game credit. So thanks, Microsoft.
Maybe it'll be a collector's item someday.
Oh yeah, there'll be a real big collector's item for a game that didn't really sell very well and got 77 on Metacritic.
Well, that's why.
I'm gonna cheat. Right, fucking the Walking Dead books. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Doesn't
Actual, the novels, not the comic books.
That doesn't count.
I'm talking about the novels. Did you ever read the novels?
I've never read the comic or watched the TV show.
Well, you should read the
I
novels. The
didn't,
novels are good.
I didn't say the name of the letter title. It's called Pony.
Pony. Yeah.
I guess in reference to God of War 2 or something. I don't know.
Mate, that was a God of War novel?
Apparently.
Nobody read
Sure
it.
you didn't. Hold on, did it just say GOW2 or did it say God of War?
It says God of War 2.
I think it says God of War.
If you actually sit
yeah, God of War,
and you have
God
the
of War.
Twitch stream up, I have the letter up so people can also follow along.
Alright, hold on. I want to check this for authenticity and just leave it there for a sec.
Oh, and he signed it Wicked V2. I'm assuming version 2.
Well, no, that's the next one.
This was a Wicked letter.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. Well, alright.
Okay, well, Wicked has one more here.
Transition.
Well, can we get Wicked to confirm if he did mean God of War as opposed to Gears of War? Because I'm not entirely sure that God of War ever had any novels. Okay, but hold on, you're gonna have to wait because I have to watch an advertisement.
Oh, you're okay. I'll switch back.
Do you need a vote?
God of
Yes,
War.
Wicked.
There is one.
Proof on
Yeah,
my
there is
Twitter.
one.
I
It's from
want-
Robert E. Vardman. God of War 2. All the majesty and mayhem of Greek mythology springs to life once more in this powerful second novel based on the best-selling and critically acclaimed God of War franchise.
And this is how Vern earned the nickname Thunderlips.
Thunderlips?
You're not a big Rocky fan?
A big what fan?
Okay,
Rocky
I can clearly
with,
see that it does say here God of War 2 novel. Well, that's something new every day.
Yeah,
No,
They didn't
that's-
continue those, did they?
I want to talk about Hulk Hogan and Rocky. His name, the wrestling name, was Thunderlips.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. I remember that. I haven't seen that movie in forever, man.
Nobody has.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst Rockies.
I've seen all the Rockies.
No, but
just
everybody's
haven't-
seen all the Rockies 10 times, but that's probably
Yeah.
the worst Rocky movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, the worst one is probably 4, but it's awesomely bad, which makes it better.
no, yeah, it's totally better because of
Yeah.
how bad it is.
Yeah.
But I love the Clover Lane Rocky.
5's pretty bad too, but 5's so forgettable that you don't even care that it's bad.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, 1's absolutely the best. It's
Yeah. Well, and the most recent one, Creed, was probably as
fantastic.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably as good. So,
Steve, favorite Rocky
Probably get
movie?
back to
Go.
Video games.
well, this next letter isn't about video games, so this is a good transition.
Oh, wait, did you ask me my favorite Rocky thing?
Yeah, favorite Rocky movie. Go.
I've never seen a Rocky movie.
Steve?
You should start with 4, so you can understand America.
I think I'd rather live in bliss and ignorance.
Actually, you should watch Creed and Rocky 1. First one.
I'm probably not going to do that if I'm honest, Vern.
No, really, you should watch the first Rocky and you should watch Creed. They're both fantastic films.
I pity the fool that hasn't seen Rocky. And I want you also to pity Steve. Please write us at letters@xboxuncut.com and tell us how fucked up it is that Steve's never seen a single Rocky movie.
We should do an entire podcast that is a viewing of Rocky as we talk.
Yes.
A live viewing of Rocky.
Look, Steve,
we should not do that.
Rocky is one of the most inspirational movies you'll ever watch.
Yeah, it was remade with the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wicked sent me a picture of this book. He does have it. Well, there you go. Smack me down and call me a bitch.
I didn't even need a picture. I didn't even need a picture. I believed Wicked.
Well, it's not that I didn't believe him. It was more disbelief in the product.
But I Googled it and found out right away.
Yeah, but...
Hey, Wicked, I want you to write in and tell me what's your favorite Rocky movie, because Steve he's letting me down.
I should have just said Rocky 1, shouldn't I? Origin story is always the best. Seeing if that would have...
No, but Rocky 2 is really fucking good. You can make a case.
But then again, what about Wolverine? The origin movie for that was the absolute worst film ever in the X-Men series.
I actually watched that X-Men film first.
That was the first X-Men film you ever saw?
I'm so happy for you, because everything was uphill at that point.
Exactly.
Like, there could be no wrong. Oh, talk about superhero films real quick. Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition. Way better than the theatrical trailer. Totally worth fucking watching. Check it out when you get a chance.
Yeah.
Do I have to watch Man of Steel first?
Yes.
Because,
I would totally do it.
Well, I did watch it, but I was very high on medication at the time, and I still managed to not like it.
If you watched it and kind of remember, you'll be fine. You can still see.
I mean, I'm assuming that he wins at the end. So
he does.
Yes, he beats Zod, and then the city's blown up.
New York loses. Not New York.
Metropolis. Yeah.
Metropolis.
And that is as long as you know that, you'll understand everything you need to get into.
Pretty much.
Because, I mean, other than... No, I mean, that pretty much covers it. Like, it was the first time the world had ever seen anything like that. And that's what Batman v Superman is. It's about the repercussions of a godlike creature on a planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
and the coincidence of a woman named Martha.
Yeah, yeah.
Who?
No, but if you
doesn't Superman only talk to Wonder Woman once in the entire film, if that? Like it's kind of like a half thing aimed in her general direction because Superman's apparently sexist.
No, he actually bangs the shit out of Lois in this one. But no, I know, but like Wonder Woman is pretty much like always with Batman.
That's a small role.
Like Batman is the only person that really communicates with her.
Wonder Woman's looking pretty good.
She's sexist.
No, it's not
like
sexist.
Woman,
it's just
Steve.
not in
You'll
the
be
scenes.
all like, "That's a future Mrs. Steve rules."
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll say I might just wait for Captain America Civil War instead.
Why not both?
Yeah, I was just why not both?
Because
I can ruin that movie for you. It's an airport fight scene. It's the trailer. Watch it. Enjoy.
I feel like it's an awful lot of effort.
Just rent it. Okay, we gotta move on.
Yeah, we gotta move on. Let's go to the next letter.
The next letter is also from Wicked Soul. He says, "I've been watching Breaking Bad on Netflix.
Good show.
I'm on season 2. So when does it get good? There's a lot of praise around the show. Is it the case of it's way overhyped and can't live up to that? I already know the ending too, but it's about the journey, not the destination." Well, you are wrong.
Wait a second.
Good.
Let me put it this way: if you're not into it and you've watched the first 2 seasons, you will never be into that show
Well, he's on season 2. Because season 2 gets really good toward the end.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, the first 2 seasons are probably the best of Breaking Bad. Debatably. Like, it's
the last season's really, really good.
It is, but the first 2 seasons, if you're not into that show within the first 2 seasons, you're not going to be into that show. Like,
but he's in the middle of season 2 though, so there's still a chance. I would finish season 2.
If you don't like it at that point, don't watch it, because it's not going to get better.
I'm pretty sure this is a bigger crime than me not having seen the Rocky films.
No. You not seeing fucking Rocky movies is like a cardinal sin.
Well, not really though, because he's British.
I don't care. Like, Rocky it's not just American. That's a worldwide phenomenon.
I know, but it's like if he were American and he said this, it would be a much bigger crime than
No, but of course, but it's still.
Came out in 1976. You have unrealistic expectations.
No, Rocky is played non-stop on American television. Like, it's just.
Well, yeah, but in case you haven't realised, I'm probably at least 5,000 miles away from that.
Wait, I got a rebuttal to this. You could prove me wrong. Who watches more American television than anybody else here? Steve Rules, SteveRules.com.
Yeah, but that's American
Bam!
television.
Bam!
That's continuous. And also,
you even watch The Big Bang Theory, Steve.
How many TV shows do I watch from America from the 1970s?
No, but Rocky is. If you love American TV, you cannot not see Rocky. Like, that's a fundamental.
How many American TV shows do I watch from the 70s?
Probably 30, because you love American TV.
No.
And Rocky's a movie, not a TV show.
That's true. You really should see Rocky, though. It's worth
saying.
But
Rocky is like a fundamental film.
We don't like this. We like Breaking Bad, so we don't like that you don't like it. But
I understand
watch
it.
Season 2. If
like,
you don't like it, give up.
I think the last season's really good, but like the 2 seasons, like, it was. I found the middle throwaway. I thought it ended up in the same thing where it's like, oh, we're going through this loop again. But overall, it's a good show.
But let's move on. Gotta keep pushing forward.
All right.
I got a tweet.
We gotta go do the first letter.
I know, but I want to do this one first, then we can close with the other one. I got a tweet from Will, and Will says, "Question for the show. What is the deal behind Dead Rising 4's exclusivity? Did MS fund it, or what? Question mark. We don't know for sure. It's not like Dead Rising 3. Because
we don't know how much they gave them, but presumably you don't do exclusives for free, so, there must be somewhere Phil's got like a hat or like a briefcase of money and given it to Capcom. And
it's a different kind of money hat than Dead Rising 3. Dead Rising 3 wouldn't have existed without Microsoft.
This is more like, we're going to pay for all your marketing
Capcom probably had a stronger bargaining position to get it timed as opposed to full.
Because Microsoft not having as much power as far as market share is concerned,
I think this is more of a marketing
Dead Rising
deal.
3 selling very well.
I really do think it's all about marketing. It's just like, we'll pay for the marketing, we get it for the next year. Like, because marketing's can be half the price of the fucking game. So it's just.
I bet it's a little more.
It's 90 days to Steam and a year of consoles. I bet it comes out on PS4 in like January 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah. January, February.
Right after Christmas, so it doesn't get swallowed by the November stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
just like Rise.
Dead Rising 4 looks awesome though. Pretty excited about it. All right, and this is the last letter. This one is from Andrew. Andrew says, "Hey there, fellas. Hope you're doing well. Been listening to you guys now for the last 2 months or so, and have really been loving how you guys cover the Xbox platform."
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Andrew. I just have one question. What do you guys think about the vague rumor going around that Valve and Microsoft will be partnering up for the Xbox platform beginning with Scorpio? Well, I haven't heard this rumor. Have you heard any kind of rumor between Microsoft and Valve other than them having a partnership for probably VR?
The only thing that Phil has said was that they well, obviously he's not going to announce a rumor, but he said that they showed Valve Scorpio before E3, so I'm presuming that there was a reason for that. I mean, I think their Vive partnership. I mean, if you can do Oculus, presumably you can probably do Vive. That might be a very ignorant comment.
No, not at all.
VR.
It's just a
The
display.
same games run on both.
Yeah, it's just a display.
So, I'm guessing that might be a thing. I mean, maybe there's something deeper going on. I mean, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 were Xbox console exclusives, and they announced Dead Rising 2 as well, which is interesting. And they had the Portal Still Alive thing, and Half-Life 2 wasn't garbage on Xbox 360 like it was PS3 as well.
There's a little more here from the question, which might be relevant to the rest of the conversation. He writes, in light of their failure to launch Steam Box for the console person in mind, and Phil Spencer saying Xbox games would indeed appear on Steam again, probably as Windows 10 apps like Quantum Break, would it not make sense to have both Steam and the Xbox Store selling the Windows 10 games as Windows 10 platform apps to further consolidate the Windows 10 console Xbox experiences? Thanks for the time. Twitter's Faith12. So follow him at Faith12. Yes, I'm the one that's been heaping praise on your podcast over on Twitter. Smiley face. Well, thank you for heaping praise. But as far as Steam is concerned, the thing with Steam is they're just going to put games there that they don't necessarily need to sell their platform at this point.
I think it's more like, yes, the Steam box failed, and it failed kind of miserably. It just puttered right out. Like, it never did anything. And at the end of the day, they need to be able to push their headsets to an audience that doesn't spend $1,200-$1,300 on a computer. And the best way to do that is through consoles. And if Microsoft can give them hey, your headset will just work, and you can have whatever games you want up here, you can sell more headsets. But it's weird. Like, we really don't know Microsoft's VR plans, so it's all speculations. Yeah.
I mean, there's always the possibility they let Steam and Oculus use their storefronts on the Xbox One. Yeah. Sorry, the Xbox Scorpio.
It's part of the Xbox One family, Vern. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not going to run an Xbox One.
I know. Yeah. I just love their VR speak. It's like, no, it's part of the Xbox One family. It's the family.
Besides VR. Yeah.
Scorpio.
But, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with their relationship. I'm curious. This will only help their relationship to be, having the Vive work with Scorpio. So that's a great thing. We want Microsoft and Valve to be friends, especially if, let's say, this Windows 10 store thing just is a big failure, which it very well could be. They need that relationship. So.
And if this can if the Xbox,
to be fair, they probably don't need a relationship to stick games on there. It's not like Valve going to say, "Oh no, keep your games."
Yeah, but if you have a good relationship, I don't know, maybe they can get more money out of them for putting their games on Steam. Who knows?
Yeah.
So.
And they could release, and there's nothing that stops them from releasing. I know people are going to hate this, UWP games on Steam.
Yeah.
Because you're not tied into the Microsoft Store with UWP.
And then maybe they can still do the Play Anywhere thing somehow through Steam if it doesn't work well in the Windows 10 store. So.
Well, I've always felt that their incentive to use the Windows 10 store should be Play Anywhere.
Yeah,
it still will be.
On Steam, you just get like a win. If you buy it just on Steam, you don't get the Play Anywhere. But then, to be fair to a lot of people, that probably won't make a difference. So
no,
you're not much of an incentive after all.
I just can't wait for the first UWP app on Steam, because people will go absolutely apeshit. But one day it will happen. I guarantee it. All right.
So yeah, that's the letters. Thank you for writing in, everyone. And you too can write us at letters@xboxuncut.com. We will read your letters, I promise. Unless they're very, very, very dark and offensive. Yeah. Yes.
Dad, we're talking to you. I'm sorry.
We'll read a penis enlargement letter. You know, we'll read that. It's spam, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we read spam on this podcast before, right?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
We didn't get any spam this week, or I would have read it. And just throw it out there. Please do not sign us up for fucking spam messages.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. Because now you guys might have the idea. Don't do that.
Because we actually did take... I got rid of that email address for like 6 months just so that it would reset and kick out of people's spam folders because they'd get error messages. And we were able to... So I can stop the spam messages from coming. It's just I don't want to have to sit here and try to explain to people a new email address for letters.
Yeah.
So we appreciate your continued support.
Hopefully no ponies listening, right?
Yeah. But hey, we're up to 1,600 listeners of the podcast a week. So congratulations, everybody.
Woohoo! We're moving on up.
Steve sounds fucking enthused.
That really did sound enthusiastic for Steve.
Yeah, it's better than oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, the Steve Rule Show. It's going to be amazing. That's going to be the intro music. It's just him sighing.
That sounds good. I like it.
All right. Well, what are we to? We've done articles.
What hot new titles?
Yes. Steve. Tell me about games.
It's a big week of releases. Ginormous gargantuan, one might say, if you were so inclined.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay, so starting this evening, the Banner Saga 2 is releasing, which will be on Games with Gold. Although it's actually up on the store and not free, so, you know, don't give them the $20. They don't need it. Which is the RPG turn-based game made by X-Bio, where people... The Banner Saga 1 was also 25% off on the store as well, if you're interested. Then there's a game called Ethan Meteor Hunter, which I don't know what it is. Shit. Hold on. Okay. It looks... Freeze time and manipulate the world with endless possibilities. Build the solution you want where nothing is scripted and levels can be solved in multiple ways. When Super Meat Boy meets Braid. Hold on, those are pretty big names to be thrown around for a game that looks literally nothing like either of them. You can't really do that.
You can't.
No, you can't. And it's only one. And if you do want it, it's $174 on Steam, which is about what it looks like it should be priced at. So, Gunbinders, it's a puzzle action adventure platformer. Okay, next up, on a slightly higher note, Rocket League Collector's Edition launches on the 5th of July. Collector's Edition retail stuff, you get some digital stuff. Rocket League, great fun game, gets the Steve Rules endorsement. I approve. Okay, on the 8th.
It's okay.
Go back to Battlewatch or whatever.
No, I love Rocket League. It's a good game.
You just besmirched it.
I'm just playing, man. Yanking your chain.
Alright, I gotta lay off. Right. Carmageddon Max Damage launches. Ironically, this is actually one of the first... Technically, it was one of the first games announced for Xbox One. Although under a different name. But now it is finally launching, the car battle crashing game with pedestrians as well. Looks quite fun. It's 3 modes: career mode, free play, or multiplayer. It looks quite good. That's out on the 8th. Does anyone know what Hawken is?
Yes, that just got released today, right?
Apparently it's next week.
Oh, okay. Well, someone's playing it right now on Xbox One on Twitter. I just saw it. And Hawken is a mech based free-to-play shooter. So
cool, and that's out on the 8th. And then
it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the final game is Dex Enhanced Edition, which was like a 2D side-scrolling adventure game. I think there's a page for it up on the store, and it did a fairly awful job of describing it, but it doesn't look horrible. So that's about as much of a glowing endorsement as the game's going to get. Yeah. So that's it for releases. Hope that was enlightening.
I just bought Banner Saga on sale because I figured, I got part 2. I should have part 1. So it worked. Their plan worked. They got money from me.
That's how they get you, Vern.
They did. They got me. But that's okay. I've been wanting to play this game. I actually almost kickstarted this a long time ago. So I thought it looked really cool.
I'm sure it was cheaper a few weeks ago.
Of course it was. That's why they increased the price and made you want to buy
Also,
it.
It made money off me.
It's £3.74 on Steam.
I don't care. It's not Xbox.
He's not going to be able to play it on a Scorpio.
It's true.
Well, I bet you never play this on Scorpio.
No, I could see Vern literally waiting and marking his calendar just to be like, I did it! And then he'll delete it.
No, this is what happens. I put stuff in my backlog, then I'll randomly play it someday out of nowhere and just get mad addicted to it. So I wouldn't be surprised if I do wait until Scorpio to finish this game. I mean, I just finished Reach not that long ago. So...
Yeah, and Halo's the game that you have a mild appreciation for, so...
I do. I just never liked Reach for some reason.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway, so that's releases. I hope that was a thrilling and exciting segment for the big list of releases that we've got coming up this week.
Thank you,
It
Steve.
was.
Halo
Like my pants are wet just from all the excitement.
I mean, that's pretty disgusting.
No, I just peed in my pants. This wasn't sexual. This wasn't sexual.
Vern.
This wasn't sexual at all.
No, Vern, you don't seem to understand. That doesn't make it less disgusting.
Vern's like, just get your Vaseline already. All right, let's move on to.
Yeah, I'm not
games.
the sicko putting Vaseline on my nips.
Yeah.
So you have no room to talk, Steve.
Yeah, he worries about friction burns.
This was recorded too. You can't deny this.
What if they get a bit sore and stuff, and I'm just keeping them supple?
Yeah.
That's why we rub our nipples once a week on Xbox Uncut at 8 p.m. All right. You gotta prep them. All right. Where are we?
All we got left is talk about what games we've been playing. We're at an hour. This is gonna go that long, man. This is like record short time kind of podcast, man.
Inside. Inside.
Something.
Wait a second. Let's talk about Inside real quick, because we can't talk about it much. Because I'm not spoiling it for nobody.
Well, how far have you played into Inside, Dustin?
About 40 minutes, 50 minutes.
Okay, so you haven't really.
Like I've gotten. I think I'm.
You're not into the real meat of the campaign yet, into the game, yeah. It's still pretty good early on, though. I think.
Well, no, it's like fantastic early on. Like, just the beginning, like 10 minutes when you're like trying to, escape. If you want to call it that, like, it's fantastic. Like, it's just they don't tell you anything, just like Limbo. So it's more of an artsy experience.
Yeah, and that fear factor is there right in the beginning of the game because they immediately establish that you're a weak character. You can't jump very far. You have to work within the confines of your own.
I'll put it this way: I got
you know?
past the part where they were watching me, and I was in line.
Oh, that part is so cool.
Yeah,
man.
see, that's I got past that.
That's been in all the trailers, so it really isn't spoiling anything.
Well, I mean, I'm not my description really didn't explain anything, so it's not.
Yeah. But that part was really, really cool. I liked it a lot. There's a ton of really cool gameplay, not innovations, but I guess interesting tricks and things for that game. And I can't really talk about it
when the dogs come after you.
Oh yeah, those dogs are terrifying.
Yeah.
The dogs are more terrifying than anything, and Limbo was, I think.
Yeah.
But Limbo was, very disturbing in its own right. I think this game is more so because when the enemies kill you in this game, like,
Oh, it lingers on it, and you see as the dog like bites at your neck and stuff. Like,
well, and the guys will like choke you in water.
Yeah.
It's like and it's violent, and it's a kid that you're playing, so
Very
it can be pretty
impactful.
disturbing.
Yeah.
These guys are sickos. Play dead. They're sickos, but
I
they're
mean,
really awesome sickos.
I'm pretty sure it's in the name. Play dead.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, that's Inside. I mean, I think
Well, yeah, we can't really talk much about it. All I can say is
I
that
really like it.
what's been going around the internet that isn't a spoiler is that toward the end of the game, something really, really cool happens. And I really can't say much more than that other than it does kind of throw you for a loop as far as the gameplay is concerned. It completely changes what the game feels like to play toward the end of the game. And it's pretty cool because it's only like a half hour of gameplay, maybe less than that. And this is very interesting gameplay. It isn't like, it's just like a simple mechanic that's different. It kind of rewrites the entire gameplay for the game, for the last portion of the game, and they probably spent a shitload of time, making this fun, and only for a short period of time of actually playing the game. So it almost feels like a waste in some ways, but it works with the story, and it can't be any other way, which is really interesting to me. And it is a super polished game. It runs on Unity, but it's 1080p, 60 frames per second. The artwork's fantastic. There's not much as far as the music's concerned, but that was the same case with Limbo. It's more about the ambient sounds and I guess the use of sound design in general. There is a lot of rhythm to the sound design, which is really cool, and that's incorporated into the puzzles, much like what you saw with Limbo, which I really appreciate as well. But I tweeted earlier today that I usually don't get into the whole games as an art kind of thing. I know we talked about this in the last week, sort of, but I kind of laugh at that a lot of the time. I mean, I do think games are art, but not in the same way that other things are, like a piece of classical music or a painting or something like that. But this game, it is a work of art from beginning to end. From the way it looks, from the way it sounds, from the way it plays, how polished it is. It's fantastic. And I definitely agree with the 10 out of 10 and 5 out of 5 reviews. And especially if you like Limbo. If you like Limbo at all, you must play Inside, and don't listen to anyone else talk about this game and play it. You don't want to be spoiled. You definitely don't want to be spoiled. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Glowing recommendation. Best game of the year so far.
Ouch for Quantum Break and Uncharted.
I loved Quantum Break. I loved Uncharted, but this is the game, man. It's great.
Phil Spencer's game of the year.
I bet he wishes he owns Inside instead of Quantum Break.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to acquire Play Dead right now. He's not going to get him. But...
he could acquire Play Dead, and then they could literally be dead when he shuts them down.
Pretty much, yeah. Speaking of a dead developer, the guys who were Press Play started a new company.
And they're making the game that they probably should have made instead of that horrible.
Well, they're making the game they probably wanted to make, which is Project Karoo, pretty much. What did they name it though? The actual game. Pioneers. Okay. I won't play it. Doesn't look interesting to me, but I think it's cool that they're doing all right and they got a studio going. And Phil tweeted about them. He's like, "Yeah, these guys are great. These are my friends, even though I fired them."
I mean, he did do that, so.
That was kind of like the girl who was community manager for Lionhead when she did her own podcast. He retweeted that. It's like, whoa. I guess he knows how to end a relationship.
Good.
It's me, not you. If you need retweets, let me know.
Yeah, and their reply is normally like obviously he normally gets his warm replies and the light bulb reply. I mean, it wasn't cold or anything, but it certainly wasn't like warm and fuzzy like, oh thanks Phil. It's just like, Thanks. Great. You know. And then also, by the way, watch Pioneers be a big hit.
I doubt it.
Well, I mean, talking for a studio that size, I'm not suggesting it's going to be on the next Halo or something.
Okay, so I played some Doom. I rented it from Redbox, and I got like 2 levels in or so. And I really cannot get into that game.
I only played the demo, and I loved it.
I mean, to each their own. I'm just like, I played like 2, 3 levels. Then I was just like, I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need this. And I mean, it's like, that's why I Redboxed it, because I was like, I played the demo, and I was like, oh, this is good. And then, I don't know, it didn't click with me after that.
You know, I have yet to put a physical game in my Xbox One.
Yeah.
I haven't played a single physical game on my console.
Yeah, before this, the only other game I had ever put in it was Guitar Hero. Because it comes with a disc when you buy the guitar. But yeah, that's about it for...
So, Vern, you've never put a disc in your Xbox?
Besides Blu-rays, like movies.
I'll allow it.
Well, I mean, he was very worried about your decision on it. Like, he was...
didn't like Doom.
It's okay. I wouldn't drop 60 on that.
Well, you won't have to.
I rented it. I didn't drop 60 on it. You need to go again.
When it goes down to like $20, I'll buy it.
Why can't you just keep playing it on rental?
Because I don't want to pay $3 a day for a game.
Yeah, he already returned it probably.
Yeah. Like that's why I do like any game like that where I'm just not sure. Like The Order 1886. I Redboxed that and beat it in like a day. And then it was just like, okay. Then I can return it to Red.
To complete that game.
Well, you know what I mean. I was able to fucking play it,
including like dinner breaks.
How long is Doom?
It's like
decent length game.
20 hours, right?
Let's look.
No, it's like
how
10.
long to beat Doom?
Well, no, there's a website literally called How Long to Beat.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Oh.
And it is main story average 12 hours.
It says 11.5 here.
Main story 67 pulled, average 12 hours and 6 minutes. Medium is 11.
What's up, Anthony?
Rushed is 8 hours and 46 minutes. Leisure 17 hours and 16 minutes. Why is it says main story 11.5 though on the top, but when you break it down to single player, it says 12, and then 11 hours for median. This website's messed up.
We're just gonna go with 11.5.
We should just never go to this website again. You know, I'm gonna make a gaff thread now.
They deserve more flack for their
for their algorithm.
It's a good website though. I use it a lot.
Yeah, I did too. So yeah, I don't even know if I played anything else besides Inside really. I mean, we've been playing Overwatch, and I played some Destiny, and oh, a ton of Forza. I didn't talk about Forza. I finished the Porsche expansion, and now I'm doing the NASCAR one. The Porsche expansion was awesome. I had a great time with it. I liked all the cool little videos in between all the races, kind of detailing some history about the cars and all that stuff. It's pretty neat. I like the way they all controlled. They have a very different feeling for those cars compared to the other cars in the games. So yeah, that's definitely worth it. I think it was on sale for like $10 recently, or it might be on sale for right now. I'm not sure, but that's worth picking up. And then I put about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours into the NASCAR expansion, which is a whole lot of fun. I like the drafting. That's really cool. It's done well in the game. And I love the way the NASCAR cars control. They're really, really tight on the turns and stuff. So you can go super fast and really hit those corners hard, which is a lot of fun. So if you're at all interested in either one of those expansions, I say go for it. I've been playing way too much Forza lately. So needless to say, I'm hyped for Forza Horizon 3. I can't wait. And yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, I played Minecraft on PC, because why the fuck wouldn't I? It's my game. Halo 5 Guardians, played some of that. That was fucking fantastic. Me and Bones played probably about 5 rounds. It was really good. And I want to play some more Firefight tonight, so that's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, I get it.
Stick of Truth, played some Rocket League, Witcher 3, I need to finish that. And we played some Horde
You haven't
mode.
finished Witcher 3?
Not the DLC,
Well,
no.
he's talking about the
Oh,
expansion.
okay, yeah, I haven't touched any of those, so I can't talk. Carry on, Dustin. Sorry, boss.
It's, yeah, the expansion of Witcher 3. It's fantastic. I just haven't beaten it yet. That's all I've been playing. What about you, Steve?
I've played an absolute ton of Mad Games Tycoon. I don't really know if I've played a whole lot. I've played 74.3 hours in the past 2 weeks. So, you know, I've learned how to beat Legendary mode now, which is quite exciting for me. I don't know if I've really played anything else. I tried Republic on PS4. Yeah, I'm not really sure I can be asked with it, to be perfectly honest. I had been playing some Rocket League, bit of Best Halo. I think that might. I mean, okay, so I keep starting The Witcher, but the thing is, I start in the middle of this quest, but I haven't been able to work out how to beat the quest. And then I finally found out how to beat it, and then turned it off because I was just like, you know, I just can't be bothered. So that I need to get on with Blood and Wine and the other one. And I really haven't played Not a Hero or Ollie Ollie 2, which is kind of the reason why I'm not buying anything else, because I'm just like, well, I've finished the stuff that I just bought, so there's no point in buying anything else if it's just going to sit there. So, yeah, I haven't really played much, which is very exciting.
Ah, excuse me.
That's
I'm sorry, I had to
sad.
sneeze.
Are you gonna get inside?
I don't know. Well, I mean, one day, but
You were thinking of buying some shitty game that was an indie game, right? What was it?
let's see.
But you're not gonna buy Inside?
Well, hold on, thinking about doing something and doing
But you haven't
something
even
that's
thought
very
about
different.
buying Inside, it sounds
I
like.
mean, I think about tweeting Sweet Nothings to Camilla Ludington, but it doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
I think you should do it. I'll retweet him too.
Well, that'd be cringy, you know.
I'll retweet him and I'll be like, he really means this, and he's a great guy. You should give him a chance, Camilla.
Thank you. I appreciate the words of support, but I'm probably not going to do that.
I'll tweet her. I'll say Steve Rules is really into you. You should send him a DM.
Alright.
Yep.
At Camilla, what is it?
Okay, we can stop this, Van.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, Camilla.
Van,
At
we can
Steve
stop this.
Rules is really
Okay, Van. Okay, we
you.
can stop this.
You should follow him so he can DM you his digits.
Pow.
Smiley face. You're the best. Exclamation point.
So I should probably not going to read it anyway. Oh no, there's
Hey,
a
put a
words,
gift
aren't
of
they?
a kitten. It'll help.
What?
Yeah, it'll grab her attention. She'll be like,
I
oh,
should
look
put
at
a
the kitten.
picture.
or a bear cub?
I can't. Well, I'd have to find one. I'm too lazy.
No,
I'll
but
just
if you
tweet
just click
this.
on GIF and then bam, you just type in kitten.
Oh, okay. Bear. There we go. Oh yeah, the little bear's playing kung fu. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I gotta get rid of the "you're the best" section at the end, but that's okay. It's worth it.
You need something an attention grabber.
No.
Okay.
All right.
So,
now that we've
talk about Game of
Steve,
Thrones.
No. Well, of course we can. I mean, we can talk about whatever we want.
To be fair, I've been watching a lot of TV, which is mainly what I've been doing with my time.
Okay.
Game of Thrones. Okay, so if I'm watching a lot of TV, what I mean is that I've watched a lot of the Game of Thrones episodes over again.
Sent.
And I started watching Ray Donovan as well, which Collingwood. I don't know if that's his. Is it Special Ads on Twitter? Recommended to me. It's pretty good. It's much better than TV adverts suggest. That's about where I'm at. But Vern, you're gonna have to please, Vern. Just get rid of it.
I ain't getting rid of that.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Dustin liked it too.
You got a video of two bear cubs beating each other up.
They're playing. They're playing.
I want to attack the poor girl or something.
That's kung fu.
One sec. I gotta make it so people can watching the stream can see. 1 second, everybody. I'm getting your video.
Did you guys know that there had been 12 Harry Potter actors in Game of Thrones?
That sounds about right.
12. That's a big number.
Well, they're all British actors in Harry Potter, and what is it? Game of Thrones is mostly a lot of it's filmed in Northern Ireland, right?
Yeah. Well,
which is
Northern
part of the
Ireland,
UK.
Croatia.
So makes sense.
Yeah. Well, we seem to have the monopoly on old fantasy stuff.
Fantasy, yeah.
Which is legit.
Because what's fantasy without a cool accent?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, this country's going to be a fantasy soon with the way that we're going and slowly imploding.
I'm just going to leave this up for the rest of the show. Just for you, Steve.
Thank you.
Those bears are so awesome. Look at them. They're so cute.
Yeah.
I know. What's the name of that awesome Facebook? Appalachian Bear Rescue? Is that what it's called? Is that the exact name?
Uh-huh. I believe so.
Okay, so yeah, Appalachian Bear Rescue. You should all follow that Facebook. It's so awesome. They find orphaned bear cubs and they take care of them and they return them to the wild. But they take videos of them and pictures and tell you all about their stories and stuff. It's amazing. You should definitely read up on it. Highly recommended.
Yes. All right. Well, this show is droning on. So we're going to end it here. I'd like to thank everybody for supporting us for 150 episodes. Like, this is... It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's a bunch.
It's 100. And I figure I've only not been on, like, 5 of them.
It's too bad that this is the last episode.
Yeah. Till next time.
Yeah.
Well, we will catch everybody later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please write us at letters@xboxuncut.com. And tell Steve your favorite Rocky line.
And also write Camilla Luddington on Twitter and tell her how awesome Steve Rules is. At Steve Rules. You gotta put the at Steve Rules.
Let's not
because we want her to know. No, we want her to know that Steve Rules exists.
Steve
is
loves
available.
I've started
He is
a horrible
available.
movement. This is what it feels like to be Boris Johnson.
Bojo.
Borks it.
Borks it. Yes.
All right. Well, the outro music's about to start playing. Peace
All
out.
right. Later.
All right.